Hello. Hello to not so sunny South West Scotland, although I'm not complaining because it has been ridiculously hot recently. And when I was in England over the weekend, it was really hot, and the grass down there was brown. We only seem to have green grass here, the green grass at home, but down in England it literally was brown. I did a little wee video when I was at the convention, and yeah, it's funny that it's one of those days that I'll always look back on, and it's been a high watermark for me in a lot of ways, because a lot of the people connected to the band Fairport convention who subsequently have left rejoined them. So it's great to see as many original members as you could do playing with the band. And yeah, that's why I went. I just thought I might not ever see this lineup coming together again, and everything was perfect about the day. Everything, it was just, you know, I was able to take in my own drink, so I saved a fortune in £6 a shot on beer, and the weather was fantastic. I had my top off most of the time until around about 9 o'clock. I was topless, and it was amazing. It was one of those days I'll always I'm never going to forget. But luckily, I took my video camera on, and I videoed a lot of the songs I wanted to hear. Because at the end of the day, thinking, did they do that one, or who played on that one? And now, you know, it's all coming back to me. Probably too much sun and heat, and possibly beer, I think, as well. So yeah. Anyway. Well, I've still got my little thing that they give. You can see there. It says Fairport Convention, and a telephone number in case of emergency. So no, I don't know how I'm going to keep this on my arm. The last one I kept on my arm, my hand for nearly a year. So I don't know. It's a bit too long, so that's dipping into my dinner. So I'll probably cut that off. It was like in my plate yesterday. Going, I don't need to cut this too long. Anyway. Before I went away, I saw on the Peter Griffin thread that I follow this sort of Photoshop picture of Lloyd and one of his daughters, and I thought, to be honest with you, it was a little bit in bad taste. However, it wasn't a Photoshop picture. It was actually worse than that. It was in real bad taste. It was actually a video on the Organ Grinder's own YouTube channel, and it was entitled Lloyd versus Jessica, is Kissy Missy cute? Oh dear. Back in the good old days, when we actually thought that well, not all of us obviously, a lot of us thought that Evans was a good egg, and he was projecting this sort of happy family life after leaving the witnesses, children, wife, blah 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 blah, and he presented this image, which a lot of us bought into. Subsequently, we all know that that's all it was an image. And at the time, when I used to see his videos, and sometimes he had his kids on, I actually just thought, nah, I actually never watched any of his videos where he bunged his kids on, because I actually just thought he was exploiting them a wee bit. Because I just thought, why are you getting your kids on here? Well, for instance, I've been doing this, and I've never had guest appearances by my son or my wife. I think my dog appeared once. But I've never wanted them to come on here, purely because you know, it's this thing that I do, and I don't want them involved in it, to be honest with you. It's you know, I just rather keep that part of my life separate, my family life. Although I did want to blurt out my son's name, and I also put up a picture when he got his masters in Glasgow University, because I thought it was a monumental day. So yeah, so I've done that, but you know, most people don't even know what my wife's name is. But however, as we know, Evans decided to include his family into what he did, and I just didn't think it's all right if his wife can do that. She's old enough to understand what's going on. But I thought it was a bit naughty to involve his kids, because I just thought it was exploiting them a wee bit. Because I just thought they don't know, they they've no idea probably what the about what the channel is or what Jehovah's Witnesses or anything else. And I just thought he's just doing this to well, for the views, I would have thought. Probably. And I thought after the big reveal, after we realised who had gone down on who and where, I thought we'll probably never ever see his children ever again, because he can no longer present that image of himself as being, dad of the year or husband of the year. Instead, really generally just arsehole of the year. Yet he's done it. I was staggered. There's this expression of scraping the barrel. He's not just scraped the barrel, he's actually gone through the bottom of the barrel, and he's now in a hole. He's actually just, really dirty hole. That's how low this guy's got, to somehow rescue this image that he is a fantastic father, fantastic, happy family man, apart from the fact that he doesn't live with his family anymore. Yeah, brilliant. The thing is, right, he puts up the videos, and of course all you get is, this video, all you get is, oh, your daughter's so cute, oh, she's so cute, oh, she's adorable, blah, 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 oh, yeah, great, oh, it's fantastic, really cheered me up. And somebody put in, I'll stop at this point because I really, literally I was nearly reduced to vomiting here. I nearly had to run quickly to the toilet, but I just averted my eyes. But I got as far as this one, which is quite ironic, because somebody called Brooder K, obviously is a Lloydite, says, Lloyd, moments like this are they're just precious, they're precious beyond words. Time spent with your children is so important. I was robbed at that time, and I know the pain of missing it. Enjoy. Right, so I was actually thinking about this, and thinking, hold on a second, what's going on here? Because, let's just think back to Christmas of 2021. If you thought his kids were that cute and adorable and wanted to spend time, precious time with children, the last thing that you would do at the holiday period, at the festive period, is just fuck off to Thailand. Really? Dads don't do that. Dads don't do that. Even if you may be having a few problems, in your own marriage, you do not fuck off and leave your children. And I'm just wondering, I've actually wondered this several times, whether how mum and dad, whether it was dad actually had the balls to explain that he was fucking off to his children just after Christmas. And I've said before, wow, what a Christmas meal that must have been. I don't know who explained to who. Was it left? Did he actually have the balls to actually say to them, look, girls, sit them down? I wonder if it went something like this. Girls, just to let you know that Daddy will be going away for a wee break. Oh, are we coming too, Daddy? No. It's just Daddy's going. Oh, is Mummy going too? No. It's just Daddy's going. All right. Are you going somewhere nice? Yeah, I'm going to somewhere really nice and hot and warm. It's lovely. Oh, Daddy, we'd love to go because it's quite cold in Croatia this time of year. He says, yeah, but Daddy just wants to go on his own. All right, okay. He says, so why are you leaving us, Daddy? Well, how would you like it, girls, if I took away your Christmas present, your special Christmas present? Oh, no, Daddy, we wouldn't like that, no. Well, that's what Mummy did, because Mummy had agreed that Daddy could sleep with other people's mummies, and Mummy had agreed that she was also going to sleep with other people's daddies. And that was the best present ever. And then all of a sudden, Mummy took away that present, and she said she didn't want Daddy to sleep with other people's mummies, and she didn't want to sleep with other people's daddies. And that just wasn't fair on Daddy. And so as a result, Daddy's going to go away now to a place called Thailand. And it's a place in Thailand where they have young girls, maybe a little bit older than you, but maybe your age, and they turn them into child prostitutes. What's a prostitute, Dad? oh well, ask your mum about that one. And while I'm going to be over there, I'm going to date a couple of these prostitutes. But they're going to be not child ones. They're going to be like, they look like they're in the 20s. But half of the prostitutes who are of that age did start off being prostitutes at a very, very young age as child prostitutes. So they've been exploited by men for quite a long time. And I'm going to go over there and date a couple of these girls to just see if I can find a suitable replacement for your mum, and you'll have a new mummy. So, see you next year. I don't know, maybe the conversation did go that way, or maybe he just fucked off and just left Mrs. Evans to try and to explain the absence of Mr. Evans in the new year. I don't really know. So, this is what I struggle with. The fact that he's trying, I actually thought once it all gone, I would never ever see them again. He'd never have the, you know, he'd never be such a cunt basically, to be able to wheel out his girls to now exploit them, to just exploit their innocence and how, you know, young they are, to just, you know, sort of still try to give this image of, yeah, I'm still father of the year instead of arsehole of the year. And I was shaking my head in disbelief when I sort of started to watch the beginning of the video. I had to turn off very, very quickly. Yeah, I was staggered. I was really, really staggered, to be honest with you. I was so shocked. And it just sums the guy up. You know, the video's been watched. Let's see how many views he's got. It's been watched 5,000 times, so he might get, what, 5,000 views. What would he get for this? Maybe a tenner. So for just like, for the extra £10 and this pathetic attempt to, you know, give the image that he is a father who wants to spend so much time with his kids, when in fact he no longer lives with his children. And he, as we all know, he fucked off after Christmas. And he's been fucking off all over the place and fucking other people for a long time. The thing is, I think in the video, it was either in the video or something else, because this happened before I went down to the Cooperative Festival, so I can't remember in the blur of those days. But I'm sure he said that his daughter, this one here, it's like not a problem for her to be on his YouTube channel because she's quite into YouTube. And I just thought, oh my God, because at what point is she going to type in her father's name, like if you put in Lloyd Evans, like I'm going to do now, and do a search, and obviously at the top comes up, oh, there's Daddy with 103 subscribers, and then, you know, you could just go down and literally you've got one video by him from 12 hours ago, another one 18 hours ago. God, he's really putting up the videos. Then another one 2 weeks ago, and then we have one from 5 months ago, and all you get is JW, more Lloyd Evans scandal, and then you get on the one below that is another one, rebuttal and Lloyd Evans scandal. Anyway, so basically, Lloyd Evans scandal, back to the doors, Lloyd Evans scandal. Yeah, this is why people don't like Lloyd Evans. Oh, there's one of my videos. I finally made it. Way. So basically, how far down do you go before you find one of mine? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Well, there you go. And the 21st video. But the point I'm trying to make is here, is if she's so good at YouTube, she could easily put in her father's name and then all of a sudden go, oh, who's that with Daddy? That looks like a young 20-year-old Thai girl who might have been a victim of CSA. And Dad speaks about CSA quite a lot in some of his videos. I actually even think about, you know, when he was over there again and when he was dating these girls and they said, you know, what would you do for a living? And he says, well, actually, I'm an advocate against the cover-up of child sex abuse within religious organisations. And she turns back and says, well, I'm the best person to speak to because I was a victim of that from a very, very young, early age. Exploited by, you know, fat men like you. But I'm sure that's not the way the conversation went. But anyway, yeah, so I've made it down to 21 apparently. But anyway, the point is that obviously his girls are going to find out what actually happened just after Christmas. And if not initially now, then maybe sometime in the future when the girl's a little bit older, somebody's going to go up to them and say, is this your dad? Showing them maybe a picture on the phone. Yeah, it is. Right, do you remember a few years ago that your dad disappeared after Christmas? Oh yeah, that's right. He went away and came back with a really good tan. Well, do you know what he was doing over there? No, I don't. Right, watch this video. And I think once the two girls, by that either accident or design, realise what actually happened in Christmas 2021, after Christmas 2021 into the new year, and then all of a sudden realise that their father had one of them on his YouTube channel trying to give this image that his father year, I think this will have the effect of them probably realising that their dad was exploiting their naivety and innocence for his image and the money, and I think they'll actually hate him for it. I actually think this is a monumental cock-up. I think he should actually remove that video. Personally, I don't think he should have any of his girls ever on the video again, and maybe they'll do their own channel saying the daughters of Lloyd Evans and calling out the father for the complete arsehole it really is. Anyway, that's all I've got to say about that one. And I'm going for the rest of the day doing some DIY in the house. My wife has got a whole load of jobs she could do. So next time the weather's a bit shit and you're off, you can do a whole load of jobs in the house. So it's yeah, I'm going to be doing some jobs in about the house. The screwdriver is ready and charged. Oh dear, it's never a dull moment in here. But anyway, I hope wherever you are that you're having a good time. I'm going to put up a link actually in the video description of one of the videos I took of a song called Who Knows Where the Time Goes, and I spoke to my son last night, and he's got like 2 more weeks in America, then he's jetting off to Australia. I really don't know when I'm going to see him again. And I just thought, you know, even when I was at the festival, I just thought, oh my God, I wish my son had been here with us as a family. But he did get to see Fairport a few months back in Carlisle, but they never did Who Knows Where the Time Goes. I don't think they did. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they didn't. And so I'll put the link. Sadly, it's one of these things, unfortunately, when the cameras, because I'm holding the camera like this is my phone, so it's not this camera. And when I hold it like this, and I just can't help but sing. But the problem is that yeah, I'm a pretty shit singer actually. You know, I'm trying to think. I actually think I'm singing not bad, but when you listen back to the video, sometimes I do join in with the chorus. I'm thinking, OMG, I'm not the best singer out there at all. I can sing my own songs not too bad because well, they're my songs, but when I'm trying to sing along with somebody else's, I'm not the best. So anyway, I'm going to put the link in Who Knows Where the Time Goes. I actually put it up on my Facebook and I tagged him in and said, yeah, basically how fast that time went. And I'm going to still, while I'm off for the next couple of days, I'm going to try and finish my song about we don't build castles anymore, because I feel quite inspired after seeing Fairport and being in a reflective mood, and yeah, I hope to get it finished. Anyway, that's me. Enjoy your day wherever you are, and if you're in England, I hope you got some rain, because you really needed some rain in England, my God. Anyway, bye bye.